Perek, Arba Mises Bezdin Daf Nun Tes, sponsored the Refuah Shlema for Daniel Tzvi ben Yocheved. The Gemara brings a dispute concerning a Gentile's unnatural cohabitation. Rabbi Elazar holds a Gentile who cohabits with his wife unnaturally is in violation of the verse V'davak b'ishto. She will not cling to him for lack of enjoyment. Rava explains the verse is a kula. A Gentile is not liable for adultery for unnatural cohabitation. A Gentile who strikes a Jew is liable to death. The Rambam states it is not included in the 7 Noachide laws because it refers to Misa B'dei Shamayim. In addition, the Gemara describes such an action as striking Kaviyachol, the mouth of Hashem. One who raises his hand to strike a fellow Jew is evil, a sinner, deserves his hand cut off, and even death. The Gemara states concerning the ownership of land, Rabbi Elazar holds only strong people who can ward off thieves, wild animals, and false legal claims should purchase land. Reish Lakish adds, he must become a slave to his land to succeed in agriculture. A Gentile must work without days off and not learn Torah or be subject to the death penalty. It is not included in the 7. There are prohibitions, sheiv al taisa, whereas their obligation to work is a kum vaseh. The prohibition to learn Torah is included in the 7 by the word morashah, meaning either inheritance, prohibiting the Gentile to steal, or me'ureses, prohibiting him to commit adultery. This does not include learning the 7. They can elevate themselves to a status of a Kohen Gadol. The Gemara discusses the laws added to the 7 by different Tanoim. Rabbi Chanina ben Gamliel adds the prohibition to eat blood from a live animal. He expounds the verse, Ach basar benafsho b'damo lo sochel, as including both Ever min achai and Dam min achai. The Rabbanan explained the mention of Damo benafsho as permitting creeping creatures whose blood is not separate from its limbs. It is also learned from Rachazak, the Vilti Achol Adam, Ki Adam Hu Anofesh. The Rabbanan include blood removed from the animal through bloodletting as Dam HaNefesh, prohibited for us to eat. The Gemara lays down the rules for knowing which Torah laws apply to both Jews and Gentiles, or only to Jews. Number 1, a law stated to Gentiles and repeated at Matan Torah applied to both, proven by idolatry, unless repeated to add additional laws such as Bris Milah. Its repetition was to permit it even on Shabbos. Alternatively, it was not a commandment to Gentiles at large, but only to Avram and his children, including the Bnei Keturah. However, the descendants of Esav and Yishmael were excluded. Number 2, a law stated and not repeated at Matan Torah applies only to Jews. The only law applicable is Gid HaNoshe, as understood by Rabbi Yehuda. The Rabbanan held the prohibition to eat Gid HaNoshe began after Matan Torah. The basis of this rule is no law could apply to Gentiles and not Jews. A Gentile is prohibited a married Yifas Toar, whereas a Jew is permitted because he has no right to wage war. He is liable for stealing less than a shava pruta, whereas a Jew is exempt because he does not forgive theft for that amount. Adam Arisha was prohibited to eat meat. Noach was permitted, excluding Ever min achai. A question. The verse states, Urdu bidgas hayam, uva'of hashamayim, uva'chol chaya haromeses. Apparently, fish, birds, and creeping creatures were permitted to him. The answer. He was permitted to work them, not eat them. The brisa that states the snake became jealous of Adam when he saw the angels roasting him meat refers to meat that came down from heaven. Even resembling a donkey, it is kosher. If you're enjoying Daf 5, please click on the link below, subscribe, and become a sponsor. Thank you.